81-year-old Robert had always prided himself on eating healthy. Every morning he blended a big glass of fruit smoothie, bananas, grapes, oranges, and a few slices of watermelon. "I thought I was doing my heart a favor," he said. But one day, after a dizzy spell and a trip to the emergency room, his doctor asked him a surprising question. "What exactly are you putting in that smoothie?" It turns out that Robert's well-intentioned breakfast was spiking his blood sugar to dangerous levels. "I thought fruit was always good," he said, shaking his head. "I had no idea too much of the wrong kind could hurt me." That's the truth few seniors ever hear. Not all fruits are friendly to aging bodies. Some are packed with natural sugars that overwhelm your metabolism. Others interfere with medications, thin the blood too much, or even raise potassium to risky levels. We grow up believing fruit is nature's medicine, and it is in moderation. But as the body ages, digestion slows, insulin response changes, and kidneys become more sensitive. What used to be healthy at 40 can become harmful at 80. Doctors now warn that even natural sugars can act like hidden culprits in the senior diet. According to the American Geriatric Society, more than 30% of hospitalizations among older adults involve medication-food interactions, and fruit is one of the top offenders. Grapefruit alone can alter how more than 80 prescription drugs work in the body, from blood pressure pills to cholesterol medications. This doesn't mean you should stop eating fruit. It means you need to eat smarter. Knowing which fruits to limit and why can protect your heart, your kidneys, and even your sleep. Over the next few minutes, we'll reveal 6 fruits doctors say can be surprisingly dangerous for seniors when eaten too often in large portions or alongside common medications. These warnings don't come from fear. They come from years of patient stories, medical research, and the quiet truth that your body at 80 isn't your body at 40. And yes, we'll also share what you can eat instead, the safer, gentler alternatives that still satisfy your cravings without spiking your blood sugar or messing with your medicine. So if you've ever thought it's just fruit, how bad can it be? This video might surprise you. Because sometimes the sweetest foods carry the most hidden risks. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Senior Ways, where we bring you clear science-backed advice for living wisely and healthily after 60. Fruit number 1, grapefruit, the healthy fruit that can turn dangerous with medication. 84-year-old Helen always started her day the same way: half a grapefruit, a cup of coffee, and her morning pills. It felt like a healthy habit. "I read somewhere grapefruit helps with cholesterol," she said proudly. But after a few months, she started feeling dizzy, weak, and confused. When she finally went to the doctor, the truth shocked her. Her blood pressure had dropped dangerously low because her medication had stopped working properly. The culprit, the grapefruit. Doctors have been warning about this for years. Grapefruit can dangerously interfere with dozens of prescription drugs. The fruit contains natural chemicals called furanocoumarins, which block an enzyme in the liver and intestines responsible for breaking down medications. When that enzyme is blocked, the medicine stays in your system longer, sometimes at toxic levels. It's like taking 2 or 3 doses instead of 1 without realizing it. Common drugs affected include those for blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, and even certain heart rhythm disorders. The problem isn't just with the fruit itself. Grapefruit juice is just as potent, and even half a glass can cause trouble. Dr. Martin Alvarez, a cardiologist, once said, "If you're over 60 and on daily medication, grapefruit should be treated like a prescription drug, not a breakfast food." So what can you do instead? If you love that tart citrus flavor, switch to oranges or mandarins, which offer similar vitamin C benefits without the risky interactions. And always tell your doctor if you eat grapefruit regularly. A single honest conversation can prevent a serious emergency. Helen eventually made the switch and noticed an immediate difference. "I still miss the taste," she said, "but I'd rather be safe than sorry." Fruit number 2, bananas, a potassium powerhouse that can overload aging kidneys. At 78, Harold thought he was doing everything right. He jogged daily, stayed active, and ate 2 bananas a day because he'd heard they were heart healthy. But during a routine checkup, his lab results told a different story. His potassium levels were dangerously high. His doctor looked at him and said gently, "Harold, I think your bananas are working a little too hard." Here's the truth. Bananas are excellent for most people, but for seniors, especially those with kidney or heart conditions, too much potassium can be dangerous. The kidneys are responsible for filtering excess potassium from the blood, but as we age, kidney function naturally declines. When potassium builds up faster than the body can eliminate it, it can cause a condition called hyperkalemia, which can lead to irregular heartbeat, muscle weakness, or even cardiac arrest. And because potassium doesn't cause symptoms until levels are high, many seniors don't realize they're overdoing it. Combine that with medications like ACE inhibitors or diuretics, both common in older adults, and the risk rises dramatically. Doctors usually recommend moderation. One small banana a day is perfectly safe for most healthy seniors. But if you have kidney disease or take medication for blood pressure, you may need to limit it further. If you miss the sweetness, switch to apples or berries. They're lower in potassium, full of antioxidants, and easier on the kidneys. Harold still enjoys bananas occasionally, but he's more mindful now. "It's not about cutting them out," he said. "It's about knowing my limits." The key lesson: even the healthiest foods can become harmful when your body changes. Listening to your doctor and your body matters more than following old habits. In the next part, we'll uncover fruit number 3 and fruit number 4. Two fruits that most seniors eat without a second thought, but that can secretly raise blood sugar and disturb sleep patterns. One of them is probably in your fridge right now. If you're finding this helpful so far, please like this video and comment below. Do you eat grapefruit or bananas regularly? Did you know about these risks before? Your story could help someone else stay safe and healthy. Fruit number 3, watermelon, the sweet summer trap for blood sugar. 80-year-old Gloria loves summer. For her, nothing beats a cold slice of watermelon on a hot afternoon. "It's juicy, it's refreshing, and it makes me feel young again," she laughed. But when she started feeling dizzy after lunch and her doctor checked her blood sugar, the results were shocking. Her levels had spiked higher than after eating bread or pasta. It surprised her, and it surprises many seniors. Watermelon, while hydrating, has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means it causes blood sugar to rise quickly, especially in older adults whose insulin response has slowed with age. 1 cup of watermelon contains around 10 grams of sugar, and because it digests rapidly, glucose floods the bloodstream almost instantly. For younger people, the pancreas compensates easily. But for seniors, especially those with diabetes or prediabetes, this rapid spike can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and long-term damage to blood vessels. Dr. Emily Hayes, a nutrition specialist, explains watermelon is wonderful in moderation, but for older adults, it's best treated as a treat, not a snack. That doesn't mean you have to give it up entirely. If you love it, eat a few small cubes with a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese. The protein and fat help slow sugar absorption, keeping levels steady. And if you're craving something equally refreshing, try berries. They're lower in sugar and packed with fiber, which balances your blood glucose beautifully. Gloria made that change and noticed the difference immediately. "I still enjoy watermelon, but now it's a few bites, not half a plate," she smiled. "And my doctor says my sugar looks better than ever." So the next time you reach for that bright red slice, remember, it's not about denying pleasure, it's about protecting your peace. Fruit number 4, pineapple, the hidden sleep disruptor. When 76-year-old James complained about constant fatigue, his wife teased, "It's all that pineapple you snack on before bed." He laughed it off until his doctor confirmed she was right. Pineapple, though delicious and loaded with vitamin C, was quietly disturbing his sleep. Here's how. Pineapple is extremely acidic and high in natural sugar, which can stimulate digestion and heartburn right when your body needs to relax. The combination of sugar and acidity can trigger the stomach to stay active for hours, keeping you restless and uncomfortable. For older adults who already experience slower digestion and more sensitive reflux, that late-night fruit bowl can cause midnight wake-ups, coughing, or chest discomfort that mimics heart problems. Doctors also warn that pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that can thin the blood slightly. While that's beneficial for some, it can be risky for seniors taking anticoagulant or antiplatelet medications. The interaction can make bruising or bleeding more likely, especially if consumed daily in large amounts. The solution isn't to ban pineapple, but to time it wisely. If you enjoy it, have it in the morning or early afternoon, not before bed. And pair it with yogurt or cottage cheese. Both help neutralize acidity and slow down sugar release. James changed his habit, and the results were remarkable. "I started sleeping deeper," he said. "I thought I had insomnia. Turns out it was my snack." Pineapple can still be part of a healthy diet, but like many things in life, timing and portion are everything. And if you're on blood-thinning medication, ask your doctor before making it a daily treat. Sometimes the healthiest-looking food just needs the right schedule to stay harmless. In the next part, we'll uncover the final two fruits. Fruit number 5 and fruit number 6. One that can quietly raise blood pressure and another that can upset your digestion and cause dangerous medication interactions. If this video has opened your eyes so far, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone you care about. And comment below. Have you ever noticed certain fruits make you feel uneasy or tired? Your story could help someone discover their own hidden triggers. Fruit number 5, dried fruits, the sugar bombs in disguise. 83-year-old Patricia always kept a bowl of dried fruits by her recliner: raisins, apricots, and dates. "It's my healthy snack," she said proudly. But after her annual checkup, her doctor had a serious talk with her. Her blood sugar was climbing, and her dentist warned of new cavities. Patricia was stunned. "But I don't even eat candy," she said. Her doctor smiled gently. "You don't need candy, you've got raisins." Here's the truth most people don't realize. Dried fruits are some of the most concentrated sources of sugar in the world. When fruit is dried, nearly all of the water is removed, but the natural sugars stay behind. That means a handful of raisins has 4 times the sugar of the same amount of fresh grapes. For seniors whose metabolism and insulin response are slower, that creates a sugar spike that can be as severe as drinking soda. Dr. Amy Walsh, a nutritionist who works with older adults, explains, "Your body doesn't see natural sugar or artificial sugar, it just sees sugar. And high sugar intake can lead to sudden fatigue, blurry vision, inflammation, and even worsen joint pain." Dried fruit can also cause digestive discomfort because it's dense in fiber but lacks the water your gut needs to process it. For those with diverticulosis or slow digestion, that can lead to bloating or constipation, the exact opposite of what people expect from fruit. So what's the fix? If you love the taste, try cutting the portion to just a tablespoon mixed into oatmeal or yogurt. Or better yet, choose fresh fruit instead. A fresh peach or a few strawberries offer sweetness without the sugar overload. Patricia switched from snacking on dried apricots to eating half an apple in the afternoon. "It satisfies my craving," she said, "and my doctor says my sugar finally looks steady again." Fruit number 6, mango, the tropical treat. That's too sweet for aging bodies. When 79-year-old Walter retired, he decided to treat himself daily to something he loved: tropical fruit smoothies. "Mango makes me happy," he'd say, tossing chunks into the blender with a splash of juice. But soon he began feeling sluggish and gaining weight. His doctor checked his A1C, his blood sugar average, and found it had climbed into the pre-diabetic range. "All from fruit?" he asked. The doctor nodded, "especially from mangoes." Here's the simple truth. Mangoes are delicious but loaded with natural fructose, one of the highest among all fruits. One medium mango contains more than 45 grams of sugar. That's like eating 10 teaspoons of sugar in one sitting. For older adults with slower metabolism and decreased insulin sensitivity, that's a recipe for fatigue, inflammation, and unwanted belly fat. While mangoes are full of vitamin A and fiber, the high sugar content outweighs the benefits when eaten frequently or blended into juice, because blending removes the fiber that normally slows sugar absorption. And here's something few people know: fructose is processed by the liver, not the muscles. When your liver can't handle the overload, it converts that sugar to fat, often accumulating around the abdomen, a major risk factor for heart disease in seniors. If you adore the taste, you don't have to say goodbye completely. Instead, enjoy a few slices as dessert after lunch rather than at night. Pairing mango with a protein like Greek yogurt or a few nuts can help steady your blood sugar. Walter made that change and felt a difference within weeks. "I still enjoy mango," he said, "but now it's a weekend treat, not a daily habit." Final thoughts. Let's take a moment to recap the wisdom from today's conversation. First, grapefruit, a seemingly healthy fruit that can dangerously interact with common medications. Second, bananas, safe for most but risky for those with kidney or heart conditions due to high potassium. Third, watermelon, hydrating but high on the glycemic index, spiking blood sugar faster than many desserts. Fourth, pineapple, delicious yet acidic, disrupting sleep and irritating reflux. Fifth, dried fruits, sugar bombs that can harm teeth, digestion, and blood sugar balance. And sixth, mangoes, a tropical treat packed with more sugar than your body can process easily after 60. Remember, none of these are poisons. They're simply foods that need moderation and mindfulness. Your body after 60 or 70 isn't the same as it was at 30. It processes, digests, and reacts differently. The key isn't fear, it's awareness. Knowing your limits means you can enjoy life's sweetness without paying the price. If you love fruit, focus on the gentle ones: apples, berries, pears, and peaches. They're kinder to your blood sugar, your digestion, and your heart. If this video has helped you see your fruit bowl differently, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another conversation here on Senior Ways, where we talk about living longer, wiser, and healthier, one day at a time. And please share this video with someone you care about, a friend, a parent, or a neighbor who still believes fruit can't hurt you. Because sometimes the things that look harmless are the ones that need the most understanding. Remember, eating smart isn't about giving up what you love. It's about learning what your body needs today, not what it needed decades ago. So the next time you reach for a piece of fruit, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this nourishing me, or is it sneaking up on me? Listen to your body. It's wiser than you think. Stay sweet, stay balanced, and take good care of yourself. You deserve it.